Hello, and welcome back to Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves, a podcast where two dumb idiot best friends absconded with Tom Hanks, purloined Dwayne Johnson, and are about to be absolutely mugged by Keanu Reeves. I'm Sam Siegel, and I'm stealing your romantic dinner in Paris.
Yeah, pretty fucking rude behavior.
Sorry, bud, I'm just a real fuck beast. And I got to get it in. And so I'm going to fly to Paris and crash your very nice dinner.
Yeah, the one where you bought a specific ring box for no real reason.
Just to have.
Yeah. Yep. No special significance behind giving someone a ring. This week I am your personal assistant.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Can you go get me a coffee?
No.
Now, here's... Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can. Yes, and.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing, though. You're gonna bring me the coffee. I don't like coffee. So what I'm immediately gonna do is I'm gonna throw it on you. You will get hurt, and I will scream at you, "Why did you bring me coffee? I don't like coffee."
Yeah.
And then I'll say, "Bring me another, but with oat milk this time." And then we'll kind of do that a few times until finally I get to the drink that I actually want, which is an Earl Grey tea with 4 Splendas in it.
4 Splendas.
Yeah.
Is Sam, hang on, stop the podcast.
Okay.
That's the brakes. Splenda?
As opposed to
sugar.
Yeah, no, I do Splenda.
Doesn't it give you cancer?
No, that's aspartame.
Oh, I thought it was one and the same.
No, aspartame is equal.
Okay. Putting equal on blast.
Yeah, sweet and low is saccharin, if memory serves. Equal is aspartame.
But why not sugar?
Because you gotta put a lot of fucking sugar in there to get it as sweet as I like.
Oh.
Yeah.
4 is kind of a lot, isn't it?
It's
not a bitter tea.
No, some people would say that it's a lot. Other people would say perhaps not enough.
Yeah, those people are former addicts who have had their like, actually, I think it's an alcoholic thing. I should know this as an alcoholic. I think alcoholics, it's the classic thing if you go to AA meetings and people are dumping buckets of sugar into their coffee because you've burnt out your taste buds and you can no longer taste.
So Kenna gives me a really hard time about this because she says I drink hot tea wrong. And I don't, but she claims that I do. And what I essentially want is sweet tea.
You could, yeah.
Which is not true. I like a hot tea that is sweet.
Now, how many of these you packing away each day?
Just one.
Just the one. Okay, that's probably fine. I'm not here to judge your diet. I mean, that's fine. You make it as sweet as you want. I guess it's just a lot is all I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm doing fine. I'm just a massive germaphobe. And I talk about famous people's penises on the internet.
I think that's unrelated though to the
at this point, who's to say?
Well, that's a lot of tea talk.
It is a lot of tea talk.
I do want to say something right at the top. I'm sorry. I hope you enjoyed the DDLJ episode, everybody. I'm so sorry that we had to skip a week. Wouldn't you know it, went to Chicago. Had a great time in the Windy City. Did come back and the old internet went and just went out. No internets.
And here's the funny thing, folks. As you all know, Luke and I live mere feet away from each other.
Yes.
Luke's internet, garbo, gone. Mine, fine.
Yeah, well, I looked up the service map and I sent it to you. It was quite literally the outage map was like a
Your
few
house.
a few houses around mine,
Yeah.
including mine.
We have the same provider, the same
Yeah,
service, I think.
yeah.
And Luke's, they said, fuck this guy in
Fuck him.
particular.
He doesn't
Um,
need to work or
no,
watch. Something's gotta give.
the 2003 hit film.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got nothing to do.
So obviously with my travel schedule, it didn't work out to be able to do it the next day. So of course you got a little Patreon feed drop, which I've heard good things about. Some of you have reached out. I appreciate that. Y'all saying that you enjoyed it. But we are back on track this week. I
Yeah,
swear to God, it's the last time for a while we're gonna have to do a Patreon feed drop.
let's hope. Now,
Yeah.
Luke, there's something else that I believe you needed to apologize for.
Yes. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago, um, I did go to Wrigley and see a
Mm-hmm.
baseball game. Now, I sent Sam a text
Uh-huh.
during this game, and I said, I think you may be right about baseball.
Hmm. Interesting that.
Yeah. Okay.
Folks, to peek behind the curtain a little bit. Luke sent me that, and I felt, and I've told Luke this already, a genuine anger for a good long while. I spent probably 15 to 30 minutes actually fuming
Yeah.
that this guy who told me, no, I just didn't understand baseball,
Yeah.
was finally saying, this sport, actually, not a good one.
I won't go that far,
Oh, fuck.
but I will say that the experience of for the last 10 years, I've been going to Rockies games. It's Colorado. The weather is impeccable. So
You and your weather.
and the stadium is bigger, it's spread out. You're not like ass to ankles
Mm-hmm.
with
Nuts to
everybody,
butts.
nuts to butts with everybody. Um and then you go to Wrigley, 50,000 Chicagoans, all jam packed into this pretty compressed space. It's
Mm-hmm.
hot. The PA is at 11. And I did get gluten-free buns for my hot dogs, by the way.
I know everyone was worried.
Everyone was very worried about me.
I know we saved mail time for later, but Luke, the number of emails I got concerned
Yeah.
about your ability to get a gluten-free hot dog bun at
Yeah.
Wrigley Field, but in particular, which a little weird they knew you were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering we're just now revealing this, and this won't even come out until next week.
Yeah.
It's a Friday. It won't come out until next Wednesday. Yeah, it's that's what you get for having nothing but psychics for fans.
That and the fact I'll be honest, it doesn't help that I have a website, Where Is Luke Now?
Yeah.
Where I'm just posting where you are. Kind
Yeah.
of like that guy who follows Elon Musk's jet.
Yeah, but more close to doxing.
Yeah, it does have your address.
Yeah.
And a list of your fears. I figured you'd be cool with
that. Yeah. That makes sense. I'm totally fine with that.
Yep.
Hey, there is no such thing as bad publicity, right? For this podcast, anything to get the viewer numbers up.
Local small podcaster murdered
By one rabid fan. Please don't murder me. Those listening, I would like to live.
But Luke, think of the publicity. Because they'd be like, one of the hosts of Hanksy Panksy, a podcast.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be more to it because it'd mostly be about your murder. But, I mean.
Can I say, though, if I did get murdered, our numbers would shoot through the fucking roof, man.
I feel like if either one of us got murdered, I feel like those numbers.
Because of the podcast. It would have to be podcast related.
Yeah.
It couldn't just, like, if I just got murdered, that's no good. That's nothing.
Yeah. Like, if it was just, like, a run-of-the-mill hate crime, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. But baseball, I will say this. I had a miserable time at Wrigley Field. The train ride back to downtown to our hotel was miserable because it was, we left Sam. Okay, a couple things. Here's what's wrong with modern baseball. Field not big enough.
Field not, I have
You
said
nailed
this.
it. You nailed it with your pitch, pun intended. Field not big enough because guy in the second or third inning, Cubs versus Red Sox, smacked a grand slam. So instantly the game's over. It's over. Baseball doesn't, it's not like basketball. Like if it's 8-1, that game's done.
Yeah.
It's baked.
Yeah.
So make the field bigger, solves a lot of problems. We took the train back and we left before the seventh inning stretch.
Jesus.
So the game had many innings left to go. We left. Oh, it was still just a sea of butts and sweaty armpits.
Now, you're leaving something out of this apology that was the part I really needed you to apologize for.
The actual apology?
Well, that, yes. But also, you said, and I won't quote, man no hit ball enough.
Yes, man no hit ball enough. Yeah, and when man do hit ball, okay, so when man hit ball, everything go.
Everything go.
Everything
go when man hit ball.
When man hit ball, everything go. People run, people catch ball, people throw ball.
Yeah.
Man no hit ball enough, for sure.
Man no, it's so much man no hit ball.
So
and thus man no move, man no run, man no throw much.
And the problem with Major League Baseball today, when man do hit ball, man too big.
Man too big.
And man hit it out of park. So there's two solutions. I think I like yours, which is just make the field bigger. I mean, the guys playing this have grown, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you go visit like a submarine, like from the 40s, and you're like, God damn, people were small back then.
Yeah. Real malnourished.
Yeah. Well, people playing baseball have increased exponentially in size and muscle mass. We need to proportionately increase the size of the field. I think it only makes sense unless
we, before the game,
and
the timing has to be real perfect on this. We fill them full of bad sushi. not so that they are actively shitting themselves on the field.
Why not?
Well, I think once they get the release, that then the ability might come back. We need a team of, how many people are on the baseball team, Luke?
I actually don't know. There's 10 guys on the field, I think.
10, yeah. We need 10 guys.
Is that true? That's not true.
Whatever, with bubble gut.
Yeah.
So they're walking, they're slow, they're constantly holding their bellies, maybe doubling over from every now and again.
Yeah.
Because that way, pitch real slow at that point.
Yeah.
Pitch barely make it to play.
I was just imagining, can you imagine the pitcher who is in exquisite levels of discomfort? Like truly, because before the game, what you're suggesting is we take a folding table, we coat it in sushi, let it bake in the hot summer sun, because baseball's a summer sport, for an hour and a half, 2 hours before the game. So everybody crowds into the stadium and you see the sushi and you go, oh man, the game's about to start. Look, there's the sushi.
You can smell it.
You can smell the sushi. You can
smell the game's about to start.
And then everybody in the dugouts races to the table and crams as much sushi in their face as they can. Later, imagine the pitcher who is in a new circle of hell created by rancid fish, throws the ball, and immediately doubles over. The ball dribbles its way over to home plate. Another man is standing there shitting himself and incapable of hitting it, while a third man behind the plate is incapable of catching it, while an umpire who has not eaten the sushi just goes out.
just a man holding a bat, pale, sweating bullets, and quaking in pain. That's what I need from baseball.
Fuck me.
Plus, like, you'll be able to tell precisely when they put in all the effort to hit the ball, because they'll shit themselves.
They'll shit themselves, yeah.
Because you'll know, like, when they're like, the game is on the line, I really have to try and hit this one. I can't limply sort of drop the bat like I have been for the past 4 innings.
Yeah.
And they go... and just, you know, they all wear like white pants. Yeah. So you just get that big, like a Jackson Pollock.
Like brown. A Jackson Pollock. And here's the thing. If somebody hits a home run under these conditions,
let them have it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. If you hit a grand slam while you expel half of your large intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Take it. You earned it.
That's good stuff.
Fuck.
We fixed baseball again.
Again. We have fixed baseball again.
We've provided so many options to make this sport watchable.
Yeah. We provided one very practical one, which is just make the field bigger.
Sure, you could do that. Yeah.
But I think the better option is to essentially poison everybody on the team.
Well, okay. This actually... this becomes really good. So, first of all, it's far cheaper to just source really low-grade sushi.
Yeah, just go to the gas station that's across from Wrigley Field, say, I need all of this, and they're going to go, oh, the game's about to start. And you go, yeah, it is.
You go to your local Kroger right before closing, and you're like, that didn't sell today? And they're like, no.
Was it made at 5 a.m? You know it was.
Has it been sitting between 40 degrees and 140 degrees kind of all day? Perfect. That's what I need. I need sushi that is more bacteria than fish. But no, so that's cheap. But the other part here, Luke, is that you naturally have to have a much larger team. Yeah. Your roster has to be massive because, you know, each game, whatever team you field is down for the count for minimum 4 days.
Yeah.
They're so sick.
Well, here's the deal. Naturally, people would come along with iron stomachs. And these people would be the new Sammy Sosas of their generation.
People, yes, who are like bacteria proof.
Yeah, who are incapable of, or very rarely get food poisoning.
Do you think then that there would be like high school and college baseball players who purposefully like try to inoculate themselves with bad sushi?
Yeah.
And so they just leave it out in the sun for 4 hours and then they're like down the hatch until it does nothing to them.
There'd be dads, really gross, toxic masculinity dads all across this country leaving egg salad sandwiches on the dash of their car for days and then force feeding them to their children.
Okay. I want to paint a picture for you.
Please, yeah.
It's a little league game in any town in America.
Cleveland.
Okay? Sure. The Mistake on the Lake.
The Mistake on the Lake.
So it's Little League, July 4th weekend, Mistake on the Lake Park, and you've got the Cleveland Patriots Beavers playing the Cincinnati Beavers. It's confusing. They're both the Beavers, and the stands are full of patriotic American parents. True God-fearing, red-blooded Americans, like we all know.
Sure.
and there's a dad in the crowd, and he's red faced. He's in it,
Yeah.
and he's going, Billy, don't you shit.
So, oh my god.
This could be happening across the country. MLB, you just have to start doing it.
Billy, you hold it in. You hold it in, son.
Hold it, god damn it. You shit, you don't come home.
So when I played Little League back in the day,
yeah,
people do yell shit at you.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
People are fucked up.
Yeah, people like I remember there was one woman in particular who was the mom of somebody on the team who would shout, "Big eyes, big eyes,
big eyes,"
in a deep Southern accent, which I guess means look out. I don't know what that means.
Who knows?
But I want to see some of that same intensity, shouting at someone who's just eaten day and a half old sushi. You keep it in. Yeah. You keep it in, Greg.
Tight hole. Tight hole.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah. Should we talk about the movie? It's been 20 minutes.
Well, that is exactly how long it took to see Keanu Reeves in this movie. So we are on track. Yep, 18 minutes and like 30 seconds.
Wow, okay. It seemed faster. Well, okay. How was your watch? Again, 2003, something's got to give.
Just fine. Nothing to report. We did what we call scrounging for dinner.
Ooh, scrounging. Like rats.
I haven't talked about scrounging before. That is when you go to the fridge or the freezer. Either's fine. And you find something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all do it.
Mm-hmm.
And today's scrounge was a frozen gluten-free burrito for me. And a gluten-free chickpea crust pizza.
Those sound like they are going to go to war in your stomach.
Well, the first one might, because it was plant-based meats and cheeses, which in my experience are worse than getting glutened.
So yeah, I've heard that like vegan cheese is just it's the pregame baseball meal for non-athletes.
I mean, if you want to simulate an MLB game at home, but you don't want to go get like acres of bad sushi, just get a bunch of this like almond cheese.
Yeah.
Go
melted. Get any diet cheese.
Yeah, and then shove it down your gob, and in minutes you will be just like all of your favorite heroes in the MLB, spraying out both ends.
Man, now I'm sorry to go back to it. I'm thinking baseball cards.
Yeah,
with all of them, like mid-swing brown stain. It'd be so powerful
if you could get the action shot. The effort of someone, a legend, hitting the ball, and just as they do, if you could get the action shot of the spray emerging from either end. Actually, I think the top end would be funnier.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking like a pitcher, like mid-throw, and just this geyser of vomit.
It's almost like Garbage Pail Kids. You remember those guys?
Yes, it's Garbage Pail Adults.
Garbage Pail Adults. And then I wouldn't feel so. I mean, okay. Caveat to this joke: professional athletes are worth the money that they're paid.
Sure,
to the
absolutely,
franchise.
Yeah.
So yes, they make millions and millions of dollars. They're worth it. Look it up. The Economist has done stuff on this. Blah blah blah. Also,
they like destroy their bodies.
They destroy their bodies, and this is their career.
And minds. At a young age for our entertainment.
Yeah.
And here we are saying it's boring.
But here's the thing: if someone got signed for a 4-year, $30 million contract, and I watched them throw a ball so hard that they vomited and shit their pants, no one on earth would be like, nah, they aren't worth making. Yeah, 30
Yeah,
million. That's too
that.
much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone would be like, "You pay him more,
Pay
Jesus."
him more.
That
I
guy's
just
got.
saw his spleen.
Yeah, that guy's got mud butt weekly.
The hotels, because they all go to the same hotel.
Oh God, every hotel would have to beef up its plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably get wide adoption of bidets.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
so that could be good. Helping the environment, getting rid of toilet paper. This fixes America in a
this
lot of
fixes
ways.
America. Yeah. And
Yeah,
at the expense of like, let's say $58 sushis from Kroger.
yeah, yeah. Not bad, not bad.
No. All that to say, my watch was fine. Ate
Mm-hmm.
some food, watched it, no issues. Sam, how was your watch?
About a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my watch was about a week ago. I remember very little of it.
Mm.
What I will say is I do remember seeing that this movie was on Stars, which I have. It
Yeah.
was Stars or Paramount Plus, one of the two. They're all the same. So I go over to Jeff Bezos's website, and because that's where Stars and Paramount Plus live,
Yeah.
and I search up the movie, and there's obviously the Amazon option where you can rent or buy. No,
Yeah.
thank you, Jeff. And then there's the Stars Paramount Plus one. So I click on that, and it says this movie is not available.
Hmm.
And I was like, huh, that's weird. So I X'd out, and I was like, maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. So then I searched for it again. This movie is unavailable.
Huh.
So then I close out of the app, like fully like restart it, search it again. This movie is unavailable. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I pay for these, damn it. Why?
Yeah.
Why is it there? Explain to me why it's unavailable. Okay, why would you have 2003's Something's Gotta Give starring Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton? Why would you keep that from us?
Yeah. What are you hiding?
What are you hiding?
What are you hiding, Stars or Paramount Plus,
Yeah,
whichever one it happens to be?
I don't respect you enough to remember. But god damn it, so I had to pay for it. And I'm
Yeah.
very mad about it still.
Yeah.
Otherwise the watch was fine. I don't even remember what I ate.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's been a minute then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shit.
Luke, how about the plot? Because I'm gonna need this refresher.
Okay, so Jack Nicholson is
A
a
fuck
Richard
beast.
a fuck beast. Yeah. A sort of a Richard Branson type. He owns a record label and a bunch of other businesses, and he starts the movie by narrating by talking through narration about the fact that he only dates younger women. A real Leo DiCaprio
Mm-hmm.
kind of guy. Over the age of 30, no thank you. Anyway, he is dating a young woman who takes him to his her mom's beach house
In the Hamptons.
in the Hamptons. And it turns out, whoops, mom Diane Keaton is here at the beach house. And then it's a rom-com. He's a fuck beast. He's a douche. And then they interact. Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson over the course of the movie interact. Find out very quickly that they're like falling in love, like very quickly for the pace of this rom-com. Typical rom-com stuff. There's a dip where they go away and he's going back to his old ways. They get back together. Where's Keanu in all this, you're asking? Well, Jack Nicholson has a heart attack
Early on.
Yeah, very early in the movie. And his doctor is Keanu, who recognizes Diane Keaton for being the world-class playwright that she is in the movie. Maybe in real life. I don't know what Diane Keaton's up to.
Who knows?
And he is quite infatuated with her. So when the big dip happens, Diane Keaton goes out on some dates with Keanu. They end up together, and then the movie sort of culminates with a scene where they say this cheesy thing halfway through the movie where, like, if we still know each other in a year, Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson, let's go to Paris to celebrate our birthdays in the early winter or late winter, January and February. Um, and we'll go to Paris. We'll go to the specific restaurant. So Jackie Boy does go, and he runs into, drum roll, runs into Diane Keaton and Keanu Reeves,
Mm-hmm.
who are on a romantic trip to gay old Paris.
Mm-hmm.
And he fully crashes their little party.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, just like full on.
In a big way.
In a big way. And Keanu has a little ring box. So it looks like he's going to propose to her. But then Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson get on like a house on fire in front of him. He bows out of the equation, Keanu Reeves does. And they get together, and life is bliss, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the daughter gets married and is preggers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Luke, what'd you think?
This movie, because it cannot be good and it cannot be bad. This movie is heterosexual.
Well, of course it is.
It's 2003, baby.
It's only 2 years after the towers fell. You think we were ready for homosexuality?
Yeah, this movie is very straight. Just a lot of straight people and straight people problems. I tell you what.
Yeah.
And I'll elaborate more. But Sam, what do you think of this movie?
This movie is horny.
Yeah, it's pretty horny, isn't it?
It really wants us to see Jack Nicholson in a way I don't want to.
Yeah, as a fuck beast.
As an absolute fuck beast.
Yeah.
Can I say, so right pretty early on, I became very distressed because, again, we're establishing Jack Nicholson as a god tier fuck beast, which I don't like.
Yeah.
And he goes to fuck Diane Keaton's daughter.
Yes. Which is going to come up again. Do not let me forget to talk about this.
Yes. So he goes to fuck Diane Keaton's daughter, and we don't see a whole lot. We just know they go off on their own to fuck while Diane Keaton and her sister are just hanging out.
Yep.
And then we hear Diane Keaton's daughter, Marin. Is that her name?
Yeah. Marin. Good memory.
Start yelling for her mom. And so Diane Keaton runs in and finds Jack Nicholson on the floor, mouth and chin soaked.
Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about that.
Just drenched. And I guess we're supposed to believe that this is from his heart attack sweat.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know if it was just the lighting or what, but we really only see the dampness around the cunnilingual area.
Sure. The famous cunnilingual ridges.
And it is horrible to consider Jack Nicholson with just a damp cunnilingual area from Diane Keaton's daughter, and then Diane Keaton gives him mouth to mouth, which is just all kinds of weird. All kinds of weird.
Well, then also he definitely does go down on Diane Keaton later in the movie.
The man loves to munch rugs. What can you say?
Okay, but before we get too off track, I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sam, you wouldn't date your mother-in-law.
No.
Yeah. So why the fuck is everybody so chill about it in this movie?
Everyone is really chill. Actually, no. Okay, let's actually take this from a different perspective. Okay? Because again, we've established Jack Nicholson. He's a god tier fuck beast, real piece of shit. So I could see a real piece of shit being like, I fucked her and her mom.
Sure.
But Luke, we're 25 years in the future. You had a kid 25 years ago. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm following. My kid is 25.
Yes. They bring home a partner.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
seem to fuck.
yes.
You come and into the you enter the room when their partner has a heart attack and notice that their cunnilingual area drenched.
Yeah.
Um, you give them mouth to mouth. You later fuck this person.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I mean, no matter how you slice this particular cake,
Mm-hmm.
it is rancid.
Yeah, this kid fucked my daughter. I'll fuck him too.
I'll fuck him too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually like this angle better, viewing it as Diane Keaton's character, because
Mm-hmm.
that's a viewpoint I hadn't considered, but is equally as batshit.
It's so yuck.
It's extremely yuck.
It's so yuck that she's just like, I mean, you fucked my daughter.
Yeah.
Uh and had her fluids all over your face, but
Which is really funny because this movie goes to great lengths to reinforce the fact that they have not had sex, down to Jack Nicholson in the hospital going, "So we have not had sex." And she
right.
goes, "No, that is correct." And he goes, "Okay." In a
Cool.
weird little scene.
Weird little scene where clearly what happened was the test audiences were like, whoa, 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 whoa. This feels gross. They fucked, and then he fucks the mom. The mom
Yeah.
is okay with this. And they go, okay, well, we'll shoot a quick scene and maybe ADR some stuff where it's like, did we fuck? No,
No.
definitely didn't fuck. I never entered your body. You never entered mine. There was no
Yeah.
none of that. And they're like, no. And then there's a blinking sign that says no fucking. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then the test audiences said, but why his mouth so juicy?
I think it was supposed to be sweat from the heart attack.
Well, they fucked up the lighting then.
Yeah, they definitely did fuck up the lighting.
Or whoever was Jack's spritzer
Yeah.
was too focused on one spot.
Yeah, Jack Spritzer was his name. It's hilarious.
It, Luke, when you and I were on set for this movie,
yeah,
I wanted to wait to reveal this, but when we were on set 2 years after the towers fell, we were in what, like middle
probably
school,
fifth grade. Yeah, fourth or fifth grade.
somewhere in there. Um, and they were like, "We need Jack Spritzer," and then they were like, "But what's his name?" And they're like, "Jack Spritzer," and it's like, I know what his job is, but what's his name? God, what a time!
Good times, great times,
even. Good times out in the Hamptons. You know, what a wild summer you and I had.
Yeah, what a wild time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. I'm glad it's not just me that's like, the core premise of this movie is fucked up.
It's so
it should
fucked
not
up.
exist because of this.
It's so fucked up. And also, I gotta tell you, it's doubly fucked up because Diane Keaton is presented with two options. Within this movie are two wolves. One is kind of gross old dude who fucked Diane Keaton's daughter, but kind of didn't. The other is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And it's not like Keanu's a piece of shit. He is, dare I say, at his most charming.
He is charming. He's a gentleman.
He's smart. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's caring.
He's a doctor.
Hot.
Yeah.
Why would you ever choose Jack?
I don't know, man.
Over a hot intellectual. I can't overstate this. Keanu is legitimately turning the charm up to 12.
Yeah, dude is on fire with the charm.
Because I feel like we've not had a ton of opportunities to see like Keanu really being like just a charming guy.
Yeah.
But fuck, he can do it.
Yeah. And he also really knows her shit. Like, because she's a playwright, and so when they meet,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "I'm a big fan. Let me talk to you about your plays and blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a lot. Also, I will say this about Keanu in this movie:
Mm-hmm.
it is incredibly refreshing to see a movie that acknowledges in the movie how handsome Keanu Reeves is.
More movies need to do it.
More movies need to do it because people in movies, especially rom-coms, will be like, "Oh man, did you see that guy?"
Mm-hmm.
But Keanu, to this point, occasionally someone will be like, "Oh, and he's cute." It's Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I think every movie that Keanu has been in needs at minimum an ADR scene where he's walking down the street and someone goes, "Damn, he's fine."
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine John Wick, which we've never seen and doesn't exist to
It
us?
doesn't exist. Yeah.
He's going around, some glitzy place, blasting people away, and then in the background you're like, "Damn, he's fine."
Yeah.
Woof, woof,
Yeah.
hot.
God, it would round out the whole experience.
Oh, I killed another guy. God, he's beautiful.
God, he's beautiful though. Because there's a scene in the hospital where they run into him and the Diane Keaton, her sister, who's a lesbian.
Unclear,
Oh
but
no, she's a lesbian.
oh,
She's
okay.
in the plot synopsis on Wikipedia. They never acknowledge it or do anything with it.
That feels like a J.K. Rowling sort of lesbian situation.
Yeah, post credits,
Mm-hmm.
just a little note that says, "By the way, the sister was a lesbian."
And also, Frances McDormand.
Yeah, Frances
Like,
McDormand.
what are you doing here, Frances?
I don't know. She's here though, which is excellent.
But only a little.
Yeah, just a teeny bit.
Mm-hmm.
But she and Marin, all three of them are in the hospital, and Keanu walks by, and they all sort of have their little micro reactions
Mm-hmm.
to how beautiful Keanu is, and I love that for him. He needs
Yeah,
that.
he does.
Yeah.
He's been struggling in the Deutsche Punk world
Mm-hmm.
for several years at this point.
Yeah.
He deserves being just a hot doc.
Yeah. Just being a general practitioner of
Mm-hmm.
sexiness.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is "Let's Get It On" good fuck music?
Historically, yeah. I mean, who am I to argue with the current
No, no, no,
zeitgeist?
no. We all know the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we really think about it, and if we put ourselves in that place,
Yeah.
do you think it's good fuck music? Because this podcaster thinks laying it on a little thick.
Yeah, I think it's a little on the nose, isn't it? And a little,
Yeah.
I don't think it's rhythmically viable.
No. Um. Now, do you know what is rhythmically viable that I just thought of?
Wagner.
And yes, Wagner, obviously.
Can you imagine going on a Tinder date, going back to their place, things are going great, you're really into them, and then you walk in, and then just fucking Valkyries blasting.
Yeah, they're just like, hold on, I gotta get my record of Der Ring des Nibelungen. Just hold on real quick.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously Wagner, and the other one that everyone knows, Benny Benassi's Satisfaction.
Okay.
Let me play a quick clip of it, but
let's
enough,
play a legally allowed clip.
Yeah,
which is probably
we
about
won't
5 seconds.
Get like demonetized because we're on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's gonna vamp us him.
Yeah.
Didn't pull this up ahead of time. Knew he was gonna say it. All right, it's probably good. Do want to get sued?
Yeah. No. No. I didn't plan that. I thought of it.
Oh, okay.
Because now what I'll tell you is I couldn't find it, but there is a part where it's just a robot going push, 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 push. I feel like because it's what, like 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes long, so perfect length. Uh,
Sure.
and especially when towards the end of the song it's going push, 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 push. That's when you need it.
Yeah. All right, hang on. I'm gonna look it up really quick. I assume I've never used my phone on this podcast before.
Yeah, historically, you're actually very respectful.
Yeah.
Oh, I remembered that about my watch. It was disrespectful.
Oh.
Yeah, I struggled to kind of hang with this one. Cause it's we haven't talked about it. It's long.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's extremely long.
It's so long.
Because at one point I paused it in the dip. So they're in New York, which is really the fifth character.
Yeah.
Got him. And
Damn it.
and anyway, they're saying they're having a heartfelt conversation where he's gonna leave or she's leaving, and because she saw him with another younger woman going back to his ways, blah blah blah. Pause the old movie to get up and get something. Had a fucking like 40 minutes left.
But yeah, I paused the movie after they like fucked.
Yeah. Oh no, that was too early.
Because I went to like get dessert or something.
Yeah.
A full hour. And I said, how?
Yeah.
Because again, it's a rom-com, so you know there's gonna be a dip and then they get back together. And so why they needed a full goddamn hour.
Yeah.
60 full minutes of my life to do those two plot points. Yeah. I don't know.
You could repair an actual relationship
easily.
In 60 minutes, maybe less.
Yeah. You could fly to Paris.
one way to repair your broken relationship. This is what I was looking up. Speaking of fuck music, Alive 2007, the album by Daft Punk. Now, for the folks at home, this is a challenging record to have sex to. So don't think you're gonna just like you maybe do some warm-ups a little bit beforehand. But if you want to get adventurous in the bedroom, Alive 2007 by Daft Punk, give it a shot, and then email us at hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. Let us know how it worked out for you.
And since I'm the one who actually gets the emails here, text only.
Yeah, text only, please, and no graphic details. Just give me the travel log experience of how this worked out,
like a Rick Steves guide of your sexual encounter.
Yeah, because I tell you what, you're gonna push track number 1, which is Robot Rock, into Oh Yeah, and you're gonna hear it go, and you're gonna think, yeah, I could get into this, but it's just gonna get wackier and wilder from there. So yeah.
Okay. Now I have pulled up. I have searched best music to have sex to.
Okay, now we're just Googling shit on this podcast. We are.
But I'm curious. So this is from Spotify. Top 50 songs to have sex to. Sexy music list updated weekly 2023.
This is from Spotify?
This is from Spotify.
They are Swedes. They're pretty down for this kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're pretty in an open society.
Okay. Number 1, Get You, featuring Kaylee. Oh shit, this is a problem for your boy. Because I don't. Okay. Well, now I have it pulled up. Dilemma by Nelly. Then we've got a song by Chris Brown?
No. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not, Spotify.
I Feel It Coming by The Weeknd and Daft Punk. That's just funny.
Yeah, that's
just
good.
Funny. Yeah.
See, somebody else is on this Daft Punk. Sort of brainwave.
I gotta tell you, so to sound like an old, I've not actually listened to the Weeknd. Sorry, The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
He's on here a lot.
The Weeknd is, in case you weren't aware, the top artist on Spotify.
Is he?
Yes. I looked this up the other day because I looked up Kanye West. Don't judge me. And I was like, damn, 52 million listeners a month.
Fuck almighty, seriously?
And I was like, surely that's the top, right? Surely that's the tip of the top. Nah, dog. There's like a whole pantheon of people that are doing better than Kanye West. And The Weeknd is the top one. It's that guy.
Yeah. Well, here's another one on this list, which is, and I'm just reading it the way it's written here, Pillow Talk by Zayn.
Nice. All caps, huh?
Yeah.
All caps when you say his name.
I don't know any of these songs.
Yeah, I don't either. This is the problem.
You know, Dave Brubeck.
Dave Brubeck wrote some music you could fuck to.
You know, weird time signatures, a lot of syncopation. That's fuck music. So you can never quite get into a rhythm.
And everybody loves 5/4 time. As that's a natural rhythm to sort of get
a
into.
Natural fuck rhythm.
Yeah, Turk all around and
well, I think we found it. The best fuck song.
Yeah, Take 5 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Yeah.
Okay. I do want to talk about how fucking long this movie is. And and like did you like it? I know there's no good, no bad, but
I didn't dislike it. That's about the best I can say for it.
It's kind of boring.
It's really formulaic. And like I said earlier, it's painfully straight.
Yeah.
There's one gay person in this movie who's, as you pointed out, a Dumbledore queer.
Your words, not mine.
A retroactive queer. Yeah, this movie is painfully straight, very formulaic. Because like there's a scene, to talk to this really quickly, where they have sex for the first time, and then Jack says to Diane Keaton, "I'm not good at being monogamous."
Cool.
Just flat out. And so if taken in the right context, you'd be like, oh, okay, so he's poly, and this is not gonna, he's setting expectations. Nope. No, he's just saying he's a shithead.
Yeah. He should have just said, he should have come up for air and just been like, I'm a fuck beast.
I'm a fuck beast. Yeah, that's how they play it. Instead of kind of being a little bit more progressive with it. So I don't fucking know, man.
So I wrote some things down that I don't 100% remember writing.
Well, let's like break open these memento moments, man.
Okay. Rate Jack's ass.
It's actually pretty good.
For a man of that age.
For a man of that age.
6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say that's right. Yeah, it's accurate.
I did write that Mac has some real clacky keys. I figured that was the most sexual moment for you, was when they're instant messaging each other. And it's just nothing but clickety clackety.
Yeah, and then my favorite part was when Jack deletes a message, and like Tom Hanks and You've Got Mail, hits delete about 15 times.
It's wild.
And the director, for some reason, was like, yeah, we need this to be accurate. I need to see him hit the key every single time to delete this 15 character
and
message.
Slow. It's not a rapid tap, 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 tap. It's like tap,
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 tap.
Yeah. It's bananas shit.
Mr. Midnight is a fun dick name.
It is what he calls his penis.
It is what he calls his penis. And I don't. Is it because it's always pointing to 12?
That's probably a more clever answer. I was assuming it's just because he only comes out at night.
Oh, that actually makes a little more sense.
But I like your interpretation better. Like if you put him on his back and put half a clock on the floor. Yeah, then it.
Okay, I genuinely don't remember why I wrote this, but I have in quotes This is my son, Lipitor. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think maybe I thought it would be funny to name your kid Lipitor.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, have you met my son, Lipitor?
Yeah, this is my son, Deloxetine.
Um, okay, this is one that I do remember. So, like, Jack is kissing Diane Keaton, and he says, I knew you'd smell good.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
No.
Don't say that.
No, people never like to be okay. I will say this. There's one thing you can tell your partner that can be kind of sweet, and that is you smell like you.
Oh, see, I do like being like, you smell nice.
You smell nice. You smell like you. Yeah. This is comforting. Out of the blue though.
Yeah, and again, it's this like weird skin eating compliment.
Yeah.
I knew you'd smell good.
I knew you'd smell good.
I knew you'd smell good.
And especially after never acknowledge this. We'll never do it, but especially never acknowledge it after you've taken a big old whiff.
Yeah, right in the nape of the neck.
Get right in the nape of the neck and just go, oh yeah, I knew you'd smell good. That's gonna do nothing for nobody.
Like, okay, let's try to fix this line.
Okay.
I love your perfume.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like your musk.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a different one.
Yeah, you got a good odor.
Yeah. Ooh, that booty stank though. But you have to be.
It. Yeah, that's the one.
There it is. So they are messaging, like using an instant messenger, and I did watch this with Kenna. We talked at length about how much we miss like the OG instant messengers.
Yeah.
Man, those were the days.
Because what people don't realize now, if you weren't around during this time period, this was a revelation that you could talk to people in real time. You didn't have to email them. It's crazy shit, but you had to be on at the same time.
Yes.
So when you see movies like this and they're like, okay, I have to leave now, goodbye. People won't understand this if you weren't around then, because now I can tippy tap a message to you, Sam, at fucking 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, Kenna was like, man, I miss instant messengers. And I was like, Kenna, it's Facebook Messenger and texts.
No.
And she was like, no, I mean the old. And I was like, yeah, that was a good time. And away messages?
Away messages. You always have to leave something cheeky. Yeah, and you had to be online to sort of communicate.
It was a wacky time. People used like eye bleeding colors.
Yeah.
Because they do like, I remember a lot of people would do like a pink background and neon green font color.
Hell yeah,
and it just destroyed your eyes to read it.
Perfect.
God, what a great time.
Wild time to be alive.
The housing market cratering, but God, we were having fun, weren't we?
On MSN Messenger.
Let's see. What else did I write? I don't want to fuck you anymore. I want to fuck your mom.
Yeah. Accurate summation of the movie.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ear, nose, and throated.
Is that in reference to I don't know, man.
I just wrote ear, nose, and throated, which I guess is going to be my medical specialist porno.
Yeah. Yeah, put it. You'll find it soon on Kickstarter, folks. Hanksy Panksy does an adult film, ear, nose, and throated. The budget will be incredibly small.
Yeah. Okay. Two parting thoughts, I think.
Yeah.
Three. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, dude, we're at an hour.
I know. They're quick.
Okay.
Turtleneck Keanu, yes or no?
Yes. I think we've talked about Turtleneck Keanu in the past.
Have we gotten Turtleneck Keanu before?
I think we have. I don't remember what movie, but yeah, Turtleneck Keanu slaps.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Thruple would tie this movie up very neatly.
That's exactly what we said at the end of this. Because they're in the fucking restaurant in Paris, and they're like, just be a thruple.
Just be a thruple. Fixes.
Just be a thruple.
There's no problem anymore. This is because they do Keanu real dirty.
Yeah.
In having Diane Keaton leave him for Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And then finally, best Paris movie.
Like just in general, what's the best Paris movie?
What's the best Paris movie?
It's the one with Owen Wilson that fucking let's not do that one because I think actually they're quite a bad human being. Not Owen Wilson. As far as I know, Owen Wilson is great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Paris Je t'aime is a fantastic movie.
Okay.
It has a lot of great people in it, including Natalie Portman.
Oh, okay.
There's a sketch done by the Coen brothers. It's really fantastic. Yeah, Paris Je t'aime.
Okay. I'm sorry you're wrong. It's Ratatouille.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with.
It's the best Paris movie.
Yeah.
Mail time?
Oh my god, yes, we have mail?
Oh, of course we got mail. Is it gotta load? God damn it.
Why don't you load things?
Okay, Luke, god damn it. I have so many tabs open.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
And so it's already loaded. It's very fast. So I just had the tab. It just takes a minute for the tab to load. Okay. From Russell. He says, his subject line is Dick Fight for Sam. And he says, I stand by my recommendation to do a future season over Viggo Mortensen. Behold the following clip, which will not disappoint Sam. Luke, I apologize. And this is a fight from Eastern Promises, the 2007 film. I have seen this, and it is two fully naked men, one of whom is Viggo Mortensen, fighting in like a sauna. And it's, I gotta tell you, Russell, it's uncomfortable. Some about this made me unhappy, and I mean,
it sounds like it's right up your alley.
I think it was that the violence was actually a little too brutal for me.
Oh, so they're actually like going at it.
Yeah. I'll send you the clip after.
Okay.
But it's a pretty brutal fight. The penises, though, top notch, A+. Thank you, Russell. And then we've got one from Tuck that says Matrix ending. And he says, if you thought the ending of The Matrix was terrible, turns out so did the Wachowskis. In the video game, The Matrix Path of Neo, they completely redid the ending and even popped into the video game to explain why they did it. It's a wild watch if you haven't seen it before. The video below is timestamped to take you to the relevant scene. The Wachowskis talk for about 2 minutes, and then I'd encourage you to see the new ending afterwards. Enjoy.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you, Tuck. We will be viewing that after the episode.
For sure.
Yeah, so that's mail time. You got any parting thoughts for this flick?
No, I just have like a really juicy final quote.
Ooh, okay. Well, look, it's time to look forward to next week, where we will be watching the Keanu Reeves film that is titled, it's
Mr. I Have Shit Loaded.
Yeah, well, again, okay, hold on, I gotta double check that he's actually in this one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Gotta do the research.
It's unclear. Let's look at the cast list.
It's pretty far down.
I think he's not really in this.
Skip it. Okay,
so we will be watching. Let me double check this one, because this one also doesn't sound like a real film. God, why don't they? Wait. Yeah, okay. We will be watching the 2005 film Thumbsucker.
Okay.
Thumbsucker.
Thumbsucker. Sounds
Thumbsucker.
like a bad ripoff of Eraserhead or something.
Probably is.
Thumbsucker.
I'll tell you what I think it's about.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I think Thumbsucker is Thumbtucker is a modern retelling of the old actual German folktale of the tailor. And so if you suck your thumbs too much, the tailor will burst into your home and cut your thumbs off.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think Thumbsucker is about a grown man who's as beautiful as Keanu is very successful, but he does suck his thumb. He never grew out of it.
Uh-oh. That's a wrinkly thumb.
That's a wrinkly thumb. How is he going to get through life?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see if he does suck his thumb, and maybe also if he gets nose and
throated.
Yeah. In any case, folks, thanks for listening to this one. You can find us on Facebook at Hanksy Panksy Podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Hanksy Panksy Pod. You can find us on Blue Sky at Hanksy Panksy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Elon Musk. We also have an email, hanksypanksypod@gmail.com. If you have sex to the Daft Punk album.
Punk's Alive 2007.
Yeah, just kind of let us know how that goes. In text only. A Rick Steves guide to your sexual encounter involving Daft Punk's 2007 album, Alive.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Fuck, I already lost it.
It's a lot.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/HanksyPanksy. By the time you listen to this, our review of the 2023 film Barbenheimer will be available.
Yep. That's right, folks. We're gonna do Oppenheimer, then we're gonna do Barbie, and we're gonna refer to it as one movie.
Yes.
The Barbenheimer.
And in case you're wondering, folks, did we go to the movie theater 2 different days to do this? No.
Hell no.
These are back-to-back watches. This is one film. So yeah, patreon.com/HanksyPanksy. Go on over there. Check out our review of Barbenheimer. And shout out to Hanks's Heroes. That's Tuck and Daniel. I won't fuck you and then one of your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luke, good. Do you have a final quote?
I really do. And it is just the tits. Thanks, Jack.
Damn it.
Academy Award winner, Jack Nicholson, folks.
Well, folks, thanks for listening to another episode of Hanksy Panksy Honor Among Reeves. We'll be back next week with 2005's Thumbsucker.